In the summer of 1944, as the dust of Normandy settled over the shattered French countryside, one name began to spread like wildfire through the U.S. Army: Lafayette G. The man soldiers called War Daddy, the American Panzer, and the one-man armored division. Born on July 23, 1919, in the quiet town of Odom, Texas, Poole grew up with a deep love for machines, speed, and competition. Tall, broad-shouldered, and calm under pressure, he was the kind of man who didn't talk much, but when he did, people listened. That steady confidence would one day turn him into one of the greatest tank commanders of World War II. In 1941, as the world was descending into chaos, Poole answered the call to serve. He joined the 3rd Armored Division, Spearhead, a unit destined to carve its name into European history. At Fort Polk, Louisiana, he trained under grueling conditions, learning every inch of the Sherman tank and how to move, shoot, and survive as one steel body with his crew. It didn't take long for everyone to notice. Poole wasn't just another soldier. He had something rare, a natural instinct for armored warfare. By 1943, Poole had built a tight-knit crew: gunner Wesley "Baby" Harris, driver Willis Oler, assistant driver Delbert "Bugs" Boggs, and loader Wilbert Richards. They trusted him completely. When Poole led, they followed without hesitation, knowing that no matter how fierce the fight, he would get them home. In the summer of 1944, after D-Day, Poole and his men landed in Normandy with their Sherman tank. In the mood, what followed would become military legend. The hedgerows and narrow lanes of France were filled with ambushes, German armor, and hidden guns, yet Poole charged ahead with unmatched precision and courage. His commands were sharp, his instincts deadly accurate. In their first major battle near Colombier, his tank led a lightning assault that destroyed multiple enemy positions in minutes. It was the beginning of an unbelievable streak, a record that no Allied tank commander would ever match. For 83 days, Poole and his men blazed a path from Normandy through Belgium, destroying over 250 armored vehicles, 12 tanks, and capturing nearly 1,000 enemy soldiers. He became a symbol of unstoppable momentum, a man who seemed to feel where the enemy was before anyone else could see them. His crew said it was like he could smell danger. But for Poole, it was never about fame or destruction. His pride was that he never lost a single crew member in all those battles. He fought fiercely, but always with precision and care for the men beside him. Each time their tank was hit, and it was 3 times, they climbed into a new in the mood and rolled forward again. By September 1944, the Allies were pushing deep into Belgium. Many thought victory was near, but fate had other plans. On September 19th, near the village of Musterbusch, Poole's column moved along a dusty road when a hidden German Panther tank opened fire. The first shell struck the lead Sherman. The second hit Poole's tank. The explosion ripped through the turret, throwing him from the vehicle. His right leg was shattered beyond repair. The war that had made him a legend had now taken a part of him forever. Evacuated to England and then the U.S., Poole underwent surgery and lost his leg below the knee. Yet even that couldn't break him. Back home, he struggled with civilian life for a while, running a small gas station, but the battlefield still called to him. Refusing to be defined by loss, Poole rejoined the Army, this time as an instructor. Using a prosthetic leg, he climbed back into tanks, demonstrating maneuvers for young soldiers, teaching them how to fight and how to live. He told them war wasn't about glory. It was about duty, teamwork, and survival. His students saw a man who had faced death countless times and still smiled, still stood tall. Over the years, his story spread, from military bases to documentaries to Hollywood films. He became a legend not because he sought attention, but because his deeds spoke louder than any headline. Lafayette Poole passed away in 1991 at the age of 71 in his beloved Texas. He left behind more than medals and numbers. He left a legacy of courage, leadership, and humility. To his crew, he wasn't a hero. He was a brother who always kept his promise to bring them home. Today, Lafayette War Daddy, Poole remains one of the most extraordinary tank commanders in U.S. military history. A man who, in just 83 days, achieved what most armies couldn't in years. But beyond his victories, his story reminds us that true strength isn't measured in destruction, but in compassion, loyalty, and the will to never give up, even when the battle seems lost. He was the embodiment of the American spirit, unyielding, fearless, and forever remembered.